okay. Should be good for another 6 months. All the lights say we're good to go. Deer bed underneath this bow, which is really typical. They'll find a place like this that's protected. It's we're deep in the woods here. Plus, it's got the overhead protection of that bow with snow. Actually gives it quite a bit of insulating power for it to lay down underneath that and be protected on 3 or 4 sides as far as wind is concerned, and stuff, the snow that will insulate, and the bow with the snow on it that will insulate, keeps the heat in. One of the ways that animals survive in the wintertime up here when it gets really cold. Another deer bed here. It's a gorgeous day out here. Temperature's about 20 degrees. We had some warm snow a few days ago that really clung to the branches here. It's going to take a warm sunny day and a lot of wind to get that down now. But in the meantime, it makes for some really pretty scenery. I've seen a fair number of deer tracks, a few bunny tracks, a couple of fishers, and some weasel or ermine, and that's been it so far. I haven't seen any wolf sign today up to this point, so we got a little ways to go yet. That may or may not change, but so far it's really a nice day to be out here. Well, last year I did a video on HOK Skis, a review. Got a lot of nice comments about that review, and at the end of that video I expressed some doubt as to whether I'd be buying some or not. Well, I went ahead and bought them, and bought them early enough in the year so that I've had a chance to use them under different conditions, and I can kind of update what I have from what I talked about last year. These were new skis. I didn't buy used ones, I bought new ones. Uh, I got them from Paragus and Ely, and I'll tell you what, I've been real happy with them. I skied early in the season when there was not much snow, and probably should have been a little more careful because there were some rocks that when you'd compress the snow a little bit, you'd go over the rocks, and I could feel a little scrape on the bottom of the ski, but fortunately didn't do any damage to them. So that was my first time out. Since then, I've had them out half a dozen times. I've had them out in new snow, powder snow, had them in temperatures as low as 0 degrees. I've also had them out under some warm conditions where the temperature was up around 30. The snow was moist, had a lot of moisture in it, and they performed well in all of those conditions. I've been able to track snow or pack a trail with these that holds up real well in snow that hadn't been tracked before. Once I get a track set, they follow the track really well, they're really stable, and especially with the warmer snow, when there were the warmer temperatures, I got quite a little bit of glide with them, enough so that when I was going downhill, I had to be a little bit careful because they got going a little faster than I thought they might. Going uphill, I have had no problems with them going uphill under any condition. And they're in northern Minnesota, we don't have long, steep hills, but we have some that, I'll tell you what, it's nice not to have to sidestep or to herringbone and just walk up, and these do that very well. So I've been real happy with them. I'm had people that came up and asked for a recommendation as to whether they should buy them or not, and as I said last year, if you've got some time to ski and you have a few bucks, they definitely are worth the price. They're a very good alternative to snowshoes, where I don't have to lift my feet in order to take the next step. Even when you have a snowshoe trail packed, in order to walk with snowshoes on those packed trails, you still have to lift your feet a little bit to allow one shoe, the edge of one shoe, to ride past the other shoe and then back down again. So even though it's not like making a trail in freshly packed or freshly unpacked snow, it still takes some effort in order to lift your legs in order to snowshoe. With these, it's a slide, and really saves a lot of my hips. I was out today in some snow that I had come back here probably 3 weeks ago, and there was still a hint of a trail for me, and there was just enough compression there where, boy, it kept me up really well, and the skis performed well. I'll be going back now on my track and should cut my time in half for going back. But in either case, it's been a pleasure to be out today. So if anybody would like to comment or would like to ask questions, please do so. You can put a reply to this thread as far as on YouTube is concerned. I'll be posting it on Facebook as well. So if you're thinking about it, and like I said, you've got some time where you can get out and do some skiing, and you got a few extra dollars, by all means, I'd recommend them. They work really well. Well, that was fun. An alternative you might want to do is that a lot of places will rent them for a day or two, And if you can find a place that'll do that, go out and give them a try and see what you think. But I think you'll be happy with them. They are as advertised. They are an alternative to snowshoeing. They do not give you the performance of a touring ski, and even as far as longer backcountry skis. You'll get much more glide out of those than you will with these. But in terms of stableness and ease of use and being easy on your body, these things do really well.